Hey folks, thanks for joining me today on DocTalk. I'm here with a friend, Gary LaGrange. We're outside of Manhattan, Kansas. We're going to talk to you about food and freedom, and we're going to talk about a new program, the Service Member Agricultural Vocation Education Program, the SaveFarm.org. Stay tuned.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com. This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
Well, Gary, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, thanks. Folks, this is Gary LaGrange, and we'd met here in Manhattan and around the area, and y'all had told me about the program that y'all have started and been working on, and it's just a phenomenal program. And I wanted you to come on the show. We have some of the soldiers and veterans that'll be here on the show. But Gary, talk to us a little bit about the SAVE program.
Sure, will do. Well, let me just start by telling the story of SAVE. My daughter is a clinical psychologist specializing in post-traumatic stress, brain injury, and suicide. And she suggested that opening a farm would be therapeutic for the veterans that she works with. She works in this area with folks from Fort Riley and veterans. And so we began to look into it, and as her vision was small, our vision grew. USDA, VA said, you need to think bigger. We've got 1.5 million veterans out there among us today, and about 800,000 transitioning military, and they're looking for purpose. A lot of them are struggling, particularly those that are just getting out of the military, are struggling to figure out how to move from one culture to another. And so about 30% of them have some sort of disability, and that disability is more often an anxiety disorder, operational stress, called post-traumatic stress. And a percentage of them have physical disabilities also. Well, over 40% of them want to farm. That may seem strange, but 60% come from a rural background. So at the same time, we have a need for 1 million new farmers in the next decade and a half.
Right.
63% of our farms are in the last generation. The average age of a farmer is approaching 60. So our vision is to build a pathway for these veterans who are looking for purpose to find their way from the military culture into farming. And there really isn't a good way to do that today unless you have a family to go back to, or have a relative that's willing to take you into the farm, or a friend, or some connection. There just isn't a good way to learn farming. So, so we put together this organization called SAVE to build that pathway. And our vision started with small, grew to a 500 plus acre farm that would have residential facilities on it so that we could train about 100 at a time. That came from USDA. There's 78 land-grant universities, so we're connected with Kansas State University. We have a formal agreement with them. They're developing the curriculum. They've designed the farm. And the vision is to put together a training farm here that can be replicated on all 78 land-grant universities. Produce about 100 new farmers a year, and then you begin to make more than a marginal contribution to the need for new farmers.
Well, I retired from the military last year, and I joined the military because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. Well, 24 years later, I still didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, so I'm sitting at home. I retired, I'm sitting at home, and it's like, what do I want to do? I had no idea. And when I found out about this, and I called up Gary, and he says, yeah, stop out tomorrow, and you can take a look, we'll show you around. I stopped out, and been coming out ever since. It's like I have a purpose now.
This is veterans, so you can kind of, what they've gone through, and so it helps you build up, and you can talk about different things, what everybody's feeling. I can't be any happier than I am now.
I went on a couple of the farm tours with the SAVE Farm and got to know Gary. Went to one of his bee days to get in with the beehives, and I was immediately completely enthralled. Like I have PTSD, and it's probably one of the best things I've found for my anxiety, actually. So, and I know it sounds crazy to everybody that's being around a whole colony of bees would actually make you less anxious, but it works for me.
Somehow somebody mentioned this guy, Gary LaGrange, that was into bees. I really like the thought of having bees and keeping bees, so I got in contact with him, and he told me about the Save Farm and their program, what they're doing, how they're teaching veterans and helping veterans transition out of the military and going into agriculture.
It's just a win-win program. It's the SAVE program. More after these messages.
This segment brought to you by Santa Fe Trail Meats in Overbrook. Visit us online at sftmeats.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to DocTalk. Dr. Dan Thompson here with Gary LaGrange. We're outside of Manhattan, Kansas on a beautiful fall day talking about probably one of the coolest programs that I've heard of in a very, very long time. And your passion and your vision, your daughter's vision, the people that are involved in this program are to be commended. And we're so thankful that agriculture, because me and agriculture, for me to be able to give back to you or to someone who has fought for my freedom, which you have, and had tours of duties in Vietnam and Laos, for me to be able to help you and all of us in agriculture, we're pretty passionate about this country as well, to be able to partner with you. Folks, this is something we've got to get going, something that we've got to get involved with, and it's time for us to help lift this program up and move it forward. When you talk about the program, what are some of the things that, as you look forward, I know that you're expanding some land around here, but there are going to be needs, right? There's going to be needs for equipment. There's going to be a needs for funding. There are going to be needs for partnerships, for placement of interns and things as they move out, and also potential land down the road and different things to that nature. But how could people, as you see your most immediate needs for getting this going, people could probably call their congressmen and senators too, right?
They sure can do that. We're standing on a 320-acre plot that we've now leased with an option to buy, so buying the land is important to us so that we can begin to construct the campus and the farm the way that farm engineers in Kansas State University has designed it. And so getting the land is important to us. We're leasing it. We have workshops here now, but to develop this further, we're going to have to buy it first, and that's necessary. And so our farm has got 15 acres of produce, 15 acres of orchards. We have 20-acre plots of wheat, corn, milo, alfalfa, soybeans. We have one tractor and one tiller right now, and a couple of other pieces of equipment, a mobile training center. And so we're going.
This is not the mobile training center, okay?
And so we've got a need for the equipment. We have 20 cow-calf pairs, 20 sheep and a ram, 20 goats and a buck, a poultry operation, a small swine operation, a few horses, and 500 bee colonies. Beekeeping is one of our pilot programs right now, and that's been quite successful for us. We've trained about 228 folks so far, mostly active duty. Most of them have post-traumatic stress, some physical disabilities, and we found just great success with that program for them.
I run the wood shop, so soldiers come in, or transitioning soldiers or veterans, they come in, and I take them anywhere from the safety of using a table saw to using a socket, and we get all the hives, and it's not just therapy for them or friendship for them. It's also works for me too. I'm a veteran of 27 years, and I tried some other things, and they didn't work out. And now that I'm back around the crowd that I'm used to and I enjoy being around, then I'm much happier.
I have personally seen a number of young soldiers who came to this program very troubled, suffering from some of the concerns that you and I have talked about before. They find a means, they find a way, they find a calling.
Tremendous program, thesavefarm.org. Go there, log on. Let's get involved, folks, and let's help this program.
Tarwater Farm and Home has been family owned and operated since its beginning in 1978. What you need for farm and agriculture, lawn and garden, clothing and footwear, and so much more. You'll be surprised at what you'll find in this huge store. They have what you need and lots of it. So come take a look. You'll discover that customer service is first and foremost. Always has been with the Tarwaters. Tarwater Farm and Home, 4107 North Topeka Boulevard.
We do business with Blueville because of the quality of their work. It is excellent quality, and because they make a commitment to their customers.
We enjoy the benefits of hiring a good company to help us maintain this home.
We will always do business with Blueville. We have for many, many years, and there's no reason for us to look for any other service.
About 6 jumps later, I was laying on the ground and thinking, boy, my shoulders sure hurt. I kept waiting, and it didn't get better and didn't get better. I'd heard about Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center on the radio. Got down there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and by 11:30 the procedure was all over, and it just kept getting better and better. And within 6 weeks, I was back digging post holes and doing the other hard work that I'd been doing before the accident. And I'm really pleased. It's really worked out well for me.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. Progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Hey folks, Dr. Dan from DocTalk here with Gary LaGrange. I almost said Dr. Gary LaGrange. I'm used to having veterinarians on the show. So anyway, he's more important than a veterinarian because of what he is doing to help people transition from active duty and service to our country to keep our freedom into agriculture. And I think the two main points that we said we wanted to make sure is that we're helping people transition from service, and we're helping get more people involved in agriculture. And it is a win-win situation here when you think about the need for folks to come into agriculture and helping the people that afford us when we're sitting here on a Christmas morning or a Christmas afternoon. We're afforded this luxury because of folks like you and folks that have been involved in our military. Just a very humbling experience for me. And for y'all to get involved, if you want to contact, how do people get a hold of you?
Well, they can contact us through the website, www.thesavefarm.org. Just contact us, or our telephone number's there, address is there, and you'll find us that way.
Well, and there's a way to donate.
Yes, it's right on the website.
So go right on the website. You can click on there. You know, if you don't have equipment, or if you don't have things involved with agriculture, you know, you can go ahead and donate like many of us have, whether it's time, money, things of that nature. Tell your congressman, tell your senator that this is a program that we want to enhance. So talk to me then, how do people get involved? How do the soldiers get involved, or the veterans?
Well, we work with both the Veterans Administration and mostly with Fort Riley right now, although the Department of Defense-wide, they're beginning to learn about us. And so the occupational therapists and the physical and mental therapists, clinical psychologists refer them to us. If they're capable of farming and they're interested in farming, they're sent to us. So we have a mix of active duty and a mix of veterans working together with us. We've trained about 228 so far. Almost all of them come to us with post-traumatic stress or a physical disability. And what we found is that farming it has tremendous recovery potential. Of the 228 we've worked with, I have a raft of testimonials that tell us we've recovered because of this program. We found purpose in life, we want to farm, And we now have at least 24 out farming and a number of others looking for farming opportunities.
I was able to get out, work with bees. My wife and I have had a passion for doing bees for 10 years, and we finally have an opportunity to get into it and learn from some of the best, the master beekeeper of Gary LaGrange. And I'm looking at a small farm with lavender, hopefully maybe a few goats and cows, running a small operation, doing a lot more agritourism, trying to draw more folks from the city out and get them outdoors and teach them about farming and sustainable agriculture.
The one thing that keeps coming through is that giving these people, they've been in active military, they've been serving, 4, 6, 8, 10 years longer, and now they're searching for a purpose.
Right. Most of the folks that have come through have at least four deployments into a combat zone, some as many as 8 that I've worked with. And the repercussions are significant, and now they want to find a way to live out their life, a purposeful way. And if they want to farm, why not help them? What a beautiful way to help them.
What I love about the program, folks, we got test plots for crops. We have cattle, sheep, goats, and horses, and really it is a truly training. This isn't like going to college. This isn't, I teach at university. This isn't, this is hands-on technical skills, helping them be ready, be work ready to come onto your farm or ranch and work with you. Get involved, thesavefarm.org. Go look them up.
No matter where, no matter why, the Veterinary Health Center at Kansas State University is committed to providing quality patient care to animals and exceptional customer service to their owners. From routine checkups to emergency and specialty care, our world-renowned specialists and experienced professionals are here to discover, to teach, and to heal.
Let us know.
How can I help? How can we help?
Mark your calendars now for the 2018 Topeka Farm Show, January 9th, 10th, and 11th at the Kansas Expo Center. 253 exhibitors, 612 booths, and other attractions like free horse training clinics with Scott Daly, the Kansas Soybean Expo, and free well water nitrate testing. Enjoy free parking, admission, and a chance to win grand prizes courtesy of Midland Seed and Hoyt Truck Center. All this and more at the Topeka Farm Show, January 9th through the 11th at the Kansas Expo Center. Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
ValleyVet.com, ValleyVet.com, Valley Vet Supply.
Did you know long-range planning through the checkoff can help keep your business profitable? To successfully pass on cattle operations from one generation to the next, it's important to promote beef and keep farms and ranches profitable. Your Beef Checkoff helps do that.
We are Mike and
Martha
Armitage here at the A-Bar Ranch, Claremore, Oklahoma. We have a cow-calf production company, and we also have a marketing company. We have entertained groups brought to us by the Beef Checkoff, such as South Korean media that covered our operation and brought the good news back to South Korea.
That was a really neat experience, and that we got to have young people from another country that we got to experience a lot of different things in their culture, but got to share our culture too.
We live on the Squaw Creek Ranch. Here is a division of the A-Bar Ranch.
As a wife and a mother, and also with my background in more of a health field, I look at just the nutritional value, and it's great that the Beef Checkoff offers that kind of information to the consumers that are out there.
We both are proud to come from agricultural, more specifically ranching backgrounds.
My dad is a part of the Beef Checkoff board, and so the Beef Checkoff has been something that we promote and that we support what it has to offer.
Not everybody who's in agriculture is tech savvy on Facebook and through social media. Most people in the city happen to be, and they are very disconnected from our day-to-day routines, and that's one thing that makes me proud of the Beef Checkoff, them going to bat for us, from those who aren't necessarily anti-ag, but just simply don't know and they aren't getting the information.
As producers, We're strong supporters of that and hope that many of you out there realize all of the different things that the beef checkoff brings to the table for us as producers.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information.
Ag Promo Source is a unique group of marketing specialists with one mission: help your ag business grow. Each affiliate has their own area of expertise, and they work together to bring you advice, products, and services. To get started, visit agpromosource.com. Ag Promo Source. Together we grow.
Healthy cows start with the new hired hand automatic livestock sprayer. Rancher invented to provide an efficient alternative to pour-on and injectable parasite management systems. The portable design allows cattle to treat themselves head to hoof. Strategic device placement with pass-through activation technology takes the stress out of parasite treatment for cattle and the rancher, leaving more time to tend to other vital tasks on the farm. To learn more, visit cowsprayer.com. The new hired hand makes healthy cows easy.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook or Twitter.
Hey folks, Dr. Dan here with Gary LaGrange, and we're outside of Manhattan, Kansas on a beautiful fall day to talk about a phenomenal program that Gary and his team, his daughter, have started and is really starting to take root and grow. 228 soldiers and veterans have gone through the program. Many more signed up. We need help in agriculture. We are given freedom by the people who have volunteered to step in line and put their lives on the line. And now to be able to, through agriculture, to provide that outlet to something that would help heal people that have afforded us this opportunity to live in the most wonderful country on the face of this earth is just tremendous, folks. And Gary, you're to be commended, and I thank you so much for what you've done. I know it's a work of passion and pleasure for you, but it is very honorable and humbling, and I thank you for doing that. And this is going to be great, folks. Tell me again, so when we start to think about getting involved, tell me where your vision is down the road. Where are we headed? What's the next steps?
So the vision is to get this farm purchased. We're leasing it now, and get it built up. Kansas State University's plan is to put a full spectrum farm here, and we'd like to see that as soon as possible. And so that we can bring in 100 students, train them over about a year, actually 11 months to the journeyman level, and then with the help of research and extension across the nation, Farm Bureau and Farm Credit, to place them on a succession farm. We already have a number of farmers that are looking for them, and we've placed some already. There are a number of folks that have come through our program that are already out farming, a high percentage. And so we just want to begin producing farmers to fulfill the nation's need, and at the same time to help these young men and women recover. If they want to do so, I feel an obligation to help them get into farming if they wish to, after all they've given us.
I couldn't agree more. So if, again, you can go to the website, and we've got there on the bottom of the screen for you to see. This has a personal meaning to you.
Yes, it does. It does.
You have gone through what these soldiers have gone through.
Yeah, I spent 3 tours in Vietnam during the war, and came out of there on a litter several times. And I know what they're going through, and unless you're there, have gone through it, you really can't understand. It's not a physical or a mental thing that they experience, it's a soul-deep thing that they experience. I mean, so we're really talking about helping them to restore their soul, as opposed to just the physical or mental part of it. And I understand that firsthand, and I just think we need to do more for these young men and women that have done so much for us.
Well, we're going to. And we're going to get people involved. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
for all
Thank
you
you.
do.
Thank you for
and
doing
thanks
this.
for getting this program off the ground. Folks, go to their website, thesavefarm.org. It's a wonderful program. It's something we all need to get involved with and help. Thanks for watching DocTalk. If you want to know more about what we do, you can find us on the web at www.doctalktv.com. Always work with your local veterinarian. Thank you so much for watching the show today. Get involved, participate. I'm Dr. Dan Thompson, and I'll see you down the road.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com. To see this show and past episodes of Ag AM in Kansas, go online to agamInKansas.com.